the #1 issue in our community is crime, quite frankly. And I also think that the first responsibility of government is protection of the people, the public safety.
Jersey City Public Safety Director James Shea addresses the Jersey City chapter of NAACP regarding the quality of life issues and safer streets. When Public Safety Director James Shea shared his plans to decrease crime in Jersey City, he made it clear that he strongly disagrees with how New Jersey hires police officers.
In my opinion, and this is just my opinion, I'm going to come up, New Jersey has the absolute worst way to hire police officers. You have to live in the municipality to take the test. So if you don't live in Jersey City, you can't take the test. So if we get people that are interested from Newark, from someplace else, they can't take the test to come here. And then once they're hired, they can leave in a year and go live wherever they want to. I'd rather do it the opposite way. I'd rather you can take the test from anywhere if you express interest here and let me recruit from anywhere. But then once you're hired, you have to remain in Jersey City. And it's not because I think those people are not good police officers. I think the communities need those police officers living in them.
He then stated the problems he is facing with attrition and recruitment.
We've hired over 150 officers. We've only gained about 10 with the way people have been retiring and leaving. We're barely keeping up with attrition. There's a couple reasons for that. One, it's not budgetary. We don't have a police academy here in Jersey City, so we are restricted to getting seats from other police academies. We had one of the probably least diverse departments of a large major city that I've ever seen. You know, when the mayor and I got this police department, there were 3 African-American male sergeants. 3 African-American sergeants. There were no lieutenants. The last one, two lieutenants ago, was actually Bill, to show you how has it been.
Spoke about diversity in the police force and highlighted their first African-American lieutenant in 10 years, in addition to 10 new African-American sergeants. Director Shea also announced their plans for recruitment in the African-American community.
We're struggling on our recruitment, I'll be quite honest, in the African-American community. But we've opened a recruiting station over there at the hub. We have permanently 2 officers, Jimmy Waiters and Yolanda Bobo, are permanently assigned to that recruiting. They are targeting high school at the freshman level and up. We're recruiting anybody, but we know what our mandate from the mayor is to make the department look like Jersey City.
A follow-up question was by Assembly candidate Bruce Alston.
Is it possible that we're going to open up a police academy in Jersey City?
Yes, we want to do it. We have support on our council, but the state controls, like they have to give us a license, and they are in favor of county level academies. So we're in like talks with the county about, let's do a county one in Jersey City, and then we'll get the best of both worlds. But they've kind of told us you can't have a Jersey City one anymore. It'll have to be a Hudson County one.
And in light of the recent shots fired by Snyder High School this past week, Director Shea also explained the strategy for school and student safety.
We're not sure that that's connected to the school yet, or it might have been separate, so we'll have to let the investigation finish out. But earlier this year, if you remember, we had some problems between 2 groups of students there. We move in whatever we need to deal with it until we get it under control, find out who the troublemakers are, bring them to the side, working with the school, and take it from there. Now, the school authorities, in my opinion, do a very good job on the inside of ensuring that this remains, most problems there remain youth school problems and don't become criminal problems, because we're concerned about that too. We don't want to get into too much, early criminalization of kids. So they do a good job. We follow their lead most of the time. Outside the school, anything obviously involving weapons, that becomes our problem.
President William Breaker also addressed the room with his major concern of how crime affects Ward F's economy.
I believe it was John Antonicello, who was the last director of the redevelopment agency, when asked about why there's no bank at the hub, said because 8 people got shot there. Now that was hyperbole, but his point was well taken. Businesses will not come to our area for fear of crime.
And as a reply, Mr. Shea reveals his commitment to public safety.
All of the special units, our opinion is if you're being paid as a police officer, you should be on the street as a police officer. We are pushing everybody back out into the districts and back out onto the street. We're getting, not pushback, but people aren't happy about that, but too bad. It's a job, it's not a club. So we're pushing everybody back out. We're hoping with everything we're doing with the elimination of these other units and with hiring these new ones, we'll finally get to the point where we can start. And one of the first places we just committed, I don't know if you know, but a bank is going to be opening up here in the hub, and we publicly committed to them that we will have, you know, they're opening within a month or two, and we publicly committed, before you open, you will be seeing walking police officers there for your customers to feel comfortable. That's-
From Jersey City, I'm Jeanette Jozu, Hudson County View, the eye of the community.